The topic I'll be covering in this video is average. If I say there are these 5 kids and they have these many balloons with them, if I ask how many balloons on an average these kids have, I'll just go ahead and add these numbers. The result I'll be getting is 100 and I'll divide it by 5 as there are 5 kids. So I'll get 20 as a result. And I can say that on an average these kids have 20 balloons with them. Now this might sound confusing. I see A has 10 and C has 15. But when we say average, we are calculating a number mathematically which tells me the average of the whole data. And you shouldn't keep looking at a single unit like A or C. If I try adding those 20s, I'll get 100. And if I divide it by 5, I'll get the average of this data, which is 20. There's something I'll let you know here, that I'll sometimes call these numbers as the magnitudes of A, B, C, D and E. If I say A has 10 balloons or A has a magnitude of 10, both mean the same. Don't get confused by that language. Now I'll take an example of a class to help you understand how average affects all of the elements. If there is a class with 20 students and the average weight of this class is 40. Now surely someone might be weighing 25, someone 35 or 45 or 50. These are some random weights of that class. But the average weight of the class is 40. That means mathematically, on an average, the first student weighs 40, the second weighs 40 as well, and the third also weighs 40, and so on. All of the students in this class weigh 40 on an average. Now bring in some changes to this data. One heavy guy is added to this class and he increases the average of this class by 1, and the average of this class now becomes 41. I can tell this guy weighs 61 from this data alone without having to do any flamboyant calculations on this board. In the next video, I'll tell you how I did this, but now we need to focus on how this guy affected all other elements. Now this 61 will be bifurcated into 40 and 21, as 40 plus 21 equals 61. When this 21st guy gets added to this class, his 40 kgs will also be contributed to this class. If he were to weigh only 40 kgs in real, the class average would have remained 40 after him being added. But he has those 21 kgs extra above 40. Now this 21 will be divided into all the 21 students. Yes, there are 21 students including him. And 1 kg will be given to each of these 21 students, making everyone's weight equal to 41. The 21 kgs of extra weight that this guy has will be divided amongst the 21 students including him, and the average of this class will now become 41. I'll write it here. Now I'll take one more example for you. Now let's take the same data, 20 students with an average weight of 40. I'll write it down here. A different guy is now added to this class. He reduces the average weight of the class by 1. The average now becomes 39. I can say this guy weighs 19 kilograms. Again, how I calculated his weight will be discussed ahead. Before that, let's see how this guy has affected everyone's weight in this class. I'll add his weight here. Now to get the class average as 39, everyone will have to weigh 39 on average. I have to take this 19 to 39 anyhow and reduce everyone's weight to get 39. For that, I'll subtract 1 from everyone's weight. Reducing 1 in the weight of these 20 students will give me everyone's weight except the new student as 39. After taking out 1 kg from 20 students, I also have these 20 kgs extra with me. I'll add this 20 to the new guy's weight, taking his weight to 39 finally. This shows me how his addition into the class has affected everyone's weight. I'll be solving a difficult question on averages now, and I'll use what we just learned in order to get the solution. A mathematics teacher tabulated the marks secured by 35 students of 8th class. The average of their marks was 72. If the marks secured by Rima was written as 36 instead of 86, then find the correct average marks up to 2 decimal points. So we need to find the average, and there's a girl named Rima. Her marks are written as 36 instead of 86. So there are 35 students and their average marks are 72. That means the marks obtained by all the students will be added, just like we did in the previous case of balloons as given on the right. Now the total marks will be divided by the number of students, which is 35, in order to obtain the average, like we did in the previous case, and the average we have got is 72. Now the teacher made a mistake. She took Rima's marks as 36 instead of 86. That means the total now is 50 marks less than what she would have got provided she didn't make that mistake. Now 50 marks need to be added to the total marks obtained by the students. Then this new total will be divided by 35. The new average so obtained will be our answer. But let me remind you something. As I mentioned, anything added or subtracted from the data affects the entire elements in the data. Similarly, by adding 50, we'll see something similar happening. We can avoid all the calculations and calculate just how much this 50 is going to affect those 35 students by dividing the 50 with 35. I'll get 1.43 as an answer, which implies a change of 1.43 will manifest in the data. The average given is 72. That means on average marks of all the students are 72. What changes we do in everyone's marks will reflect in the overall average, which is adding 1.43 to 72, and we obtain 73.43 as the overall average. So in just 2 steps we got the answer. We divided 50 with 35 to obtain 1.43, and we added it to the given average, which is 72, to obtain the final answer. Watch my videos ahead for a better understanding of averages and to learn some great tricks to solve average questions easily.